in between doing my housework, listening to some music. I've been having a chat. If you look at my previous videos, you'll see a lot about the construct of the place that we exist, right? And if I was sat in a church and a priest and I'd passed a certificate to say, you know, you work for God, and there's how many different denominations of and understandings and religions. I'm not going to get into that too much, but what I'm saying is, as a man, as a person, as a being, I've been having a chat to the energy, to the intelligence, that the word God is used to describe by many people something extremely complex that they may not understand entirely, but they believe in and they can feel. So they use that word as like the top of the pyramid to describe all of the other things underneath the pyramid. Now I'm going to chat about what happens after you die and what happens after you pass on. So, and a lot of these things people would struggle to understand to the degree that I say within the conversations that I have, that it's not time to share them particular ones, and I make that decision based on reflection. But this one I'm going to share, because this one, it brings comfort, it brings an understanding that reduces fear and increases hope. And that's a good thing. So what happens after you die and you cross to the other side, and this is part of what rest in peace and means, is because you hope. That's why we put it on the stone, right? Because we hope that they rest in peace. Now, the reason that they might not rest in peace, and why this, how we describe as spirits in unrest, is because when you don't get to rest in peace because you are tormented by the things that you've done within this reflective place, the things that you've done to others on a negative. And if you look at previous videos, I touch on the eternal register, right? And it's something that's done, and it's the data. I'm not going to too much into sort of technology based and data. Though what I will say is the energies. If you've known somebody who's passed on, somebody who's gone to the other side, somebody who's left the physical form and is in the energy form, you're like an aerial, and you pick up signals, and on the other side you can speak within these signals that are heard in signal form, but not by these ears in physical form. So the thoughts that you have about somebody who's passed, they connect on a frequency, and you can communicate without. See, you're told that these things can't happen, but they do. They happen all the time. And the people who you've wronged in the physical reflective place, you travel finding them, and this is what I'm saying about you travel and you move and find them and try and bring them the peace to balance out the negative, the positive to balance out the negative that you've caused in their life. And when you've done that, then you move to the next, and you move to the next, and hopefully you get to rest and you bring peace to the wrongs that you've done. Now, how this shows itself, and this is part of the perceived sort of mental awareness. It's wrong to call it mental illness. It's not a sickness, right? It's an awareness. It's being tuned into more frequencies than the people who say that they're in control of this place. And the bullies in the playground who try and tell you that you're not normal, right? So the thoughts that you have are reflective, positive, then the messages on a frequency, right, from the spirits who are trying to bring peace. I say spirits, there's lots of different words that are used, and words, if you watch any of the videos, have a much deeper understanding. But to cover the basics of why I wanted to make this video is that the other side, or those who are in limbo, right, unrest, the place between here and what you might describe as heavenly rest in peace. And I don't get too much into that. If somebody's caused you pain, they want to comfort you when you're in pain. It's on their eternal register to balance out. If you, because there's different layers of signals, there's these people talking to you all the time in your thoughts. This is why when you speak with this mouth, like say you've got 100 channels and this is the TV. It's trying to pick the right words, descriptions out of 100 channels to just communicate so that somebody else in this physical reflective place can see, can hear what you're on about on one channel. This is why confusing, it's because they're fused. It's a binary sin, C-O-N, con, C-I-N, sin, the ones and the zeros. And it's the fusion of the different, say, wires, frequencies. There's also whispers from them who don't want to go to the other place and who are in limbo, and they're ones who give you sort of try and distract you. But also, when you're walking a path that's not good for you, but you don't know that it's not good for you, but they know that it's not good for you because they can see further than you can see in this physical form, because in there you see the full picture, or a fuller picture. So when you're walking a path that you think within this physical place is a good path, you've got those who are looking out for you, the angel on your shoulder, right? It's the good things that happen when you think, yeah. Anyway, there you go. that's enough said for now. But this is all what rest in peace means. I hope you rest in peace. There's hope, right? Because in the middle place, this is a lot of we really got to expand our awareness and reduce the perception of illness, sickness, about your mental capacity, right? It's one of the things about, well, there's different categories. I'm not going to speak about specific ones. I can, because the answers are in the questions, the answers are in the names. The solution is in the answer. But you have to be open to the answer. It's like a door has to be open to be able to walk into an house. It's a house full of answers. It's a house full of cures, right? But the door's shut. Because the door's a barrier. And there's loads of barriers in your mind, and you have to learn to unlock them. And that's what the keys are for. So yeah, should somebody leave you in this physical form, just take some sort of comfort that they're still speaking to you. They watch you, they hear you, they know more about your path at the moment than you do, because in the middle place you can see backwards and forwards. It's really, I think it's cool, because I like to learn, and a lot of the doors are open in my mind. But just know that if you're missing someone, if you think they're gone, they're not gone. They're still here. You just can't see them in physical form. There's the advice. You know, you're in a situation and some advice from somebody who's not there anymore. Well, that's because they're connecting on their frequency. So yeah, so there we go. And also you should reduce your fear about death, about the perception of death. It's like an interim. It's the ad in between programs. That's why death is an anagram of the ad. Okay, so don't be scared. Reduce your fear, increase your hope. Reduce your fear. Yeah, yeah. Well, there's a lot of the good words that have been taken and messed about with to produce bad results. But yeah, that's what happens after you leave the physical place. You're still there. You go inside. There's an inside, there's an outside, and you still transmit on the inside. So there we go. All right. Have a really good day. Shed a little fear.